Hey everyone, welcome back to Code with NM. I am NM and here we are learning coding by building real projects together. Whether you are a beginner or leveling up your skills, you will always take something practical away. Let's jump straight into this today's project. So the project today we are going to look at is very much interesting. Uh, there are several points to it. The first one is from the UI perspective, it's very uh, charming, attractive, if you say, in a sense of a human being, but in terms of technology, it's very modern. The UI is very modern. Apart from that, the second point is it's very old fashioned that you share your resume or your biodata with someone if you're looking out for new opportunities or for job. So the new way is to create your own portfolio website and have everything on that website and then share it to the recruiters or anyone else you want to share it. So the third point is how this will we will be achieving, and the second thing is what are the tech stacks and what are the complexity in terms of programming or coding is required to achieve this. So let me go through the UI first. Let's see the portfolio, what I have created, and then we will walk through. There are ample of components over here, and it took hours to complete this because to create a website to its perfection, it takes time. You need to wire map, you need to do UX, and in UX you need to do wire mapping and other things, that how this component will come over here, how this name should appear, how this icon will appear, how the button will appear. This all needs to be think and then map and then place it well so that everything's come together. So this is how this project is done. So let's start with the uh, this is the hero banner. Of course, it is the portfolio, then it should consist of your name. Hi, my name is, of course, Nilesh. I'm a full stack cloud engineer and also I'm master in ML and AI. And yes, building the future with code is my ultimate goal. So here we have two buttons. Let's connect and download my CV, of course. Uh, Below it, we have three links. First of course, you are a programmer, you are a developer, or you are a coder. So you need to have your projects in one place, that is GitHub. So you need to link your GitHub profile. The second thing is LinkedIn. That is the basic minimal thing if you are looking out for a job. And the third thing is email. The point of contact, the primary point of contact is email, not your phone number. Professionally, I'm talking professionally. So this is how the first look of your portfolio is there. You can have your photo. I just skipped mine and use any XYZ photo over here. So what it consists of? First thing first, it's in dark mode because I love uh, seeing dark screens. But I've done it in the other mode also. You can see on the screen. This is the light mode, not white mode. It's light mode. Light mode and dark mode. Light theme or dark theme. There are two things only. Let me adjust my mic. Okay. Okay, I think this concept is clear. Light and dark, not white and dark, not white and black. It's light and dark. Let's move on. So let me switch back again to dark mode and let's scroll down. So it's about me. I love building modern application, of course, solving real-time word problems. I'm passionate, of course, a full stack cloud engineer with expertise in React, Node.js, Flask, MLAI, Python, etc., 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 etc. And here, if you see on mouse over the full stack development, cloud and ML and AI, problem solver. how this cards are highlighting. This is very much important because in person, if you're meeting someone, you're explaining about yourself is very much easy. You can pressurize on the word like I'm a full stack developer in this way. But how you can do it on resume, it's simple. You just bold or change the font to italic or underline it or whatsoever. But in website, how website will speak for you for anyone who is visiting your portfolio. So this is the way the card, if you see, we have a neon effect and card also rises from below to above. This is the way it will highlight your expertise. So, and also the years of experience and XYZ. And below it, this is the skill and expertise I actually have, and the percentage I've cracked those technologies is this. For example, if you're beginner in React, you know React 20 to 25%, just do it 20 to 25%. That explains the person who is going through your portfolio that you are a beginner in a React. 50 and 50% above you are intermediate, and of course above 85 to 80 you are the expert in React. So these are the tech stacks I'm expert in, and this is how I'm conveying onto the portfolio. You can also follow the same. The next thing is again, we can't list everything over here, so I've listed few of them that I've actually worked on and working in with the tech stacks and technologies in real life. Is this all? You can add more, just for this video purpose. I've added only few of them. I worked ample of tech stacks, not just listed over here. There are more and more I worked on. Then, of course, the featured projects. So this all were the words, the verbal thing you are explaining about yourself, what you are, what you know. But how to prove that what you are and what you know is this only. How to prove that? That featured projects. This is a way you need to prove yourself and see how it is coming up. And I have two buttons kept. First is live demo and second the source code, of course, on the GitHub. And also I have created the filtration. If there is an full stack project, just click on it, it will have the full stack, the backend, if there is any backend you have done, or AML or microservices. So this all the bifurcation. Or of course, if you have everything on one place, it's good, it's fine. You don't need to create this type of filtration. If you are only a front end, just have one thing, front end, or all, and all your projects below it. We click on details and other stuff, see how it is highlighting. It's UI is all about experience, and of course the experience in saying and conveying what you are over here, that is the focus. Of course, we don't need to forget while time of developing this website that it's you on the paper, it's you on the UI. So make sure you are highlighting those things very appropriately. So next thing is, of course, the professional experience, if you have any. If not, you can skip this part, or you can uh, in professional experience, if you have done any internship or not, that is fine. If you are a beginner or an you're doing an internship right now, you can skip this part. But yes, for the professional experience one, uh, this is how you can. For example, like I've started like a junior full stack developer, then I what my key achievements were there, what tech stack I was working, where I was working, which company, and don't go with the name. I can't just reveal the name, so I've just have the any A B C D or XYZ company names over here. But yes, the things I've worked on is the real thing I've just uh, showcasing on this website. This all I've actually worked on in real life. CI/CD and everything, microservices on cloud and everything. So this all, and this is how I am displaying. You can change the color, you can play around with it once we started developing this website. I'm just walking you through this all. And of course, yeah, I've done my master's in ML and AI, also the executive PG. So that I missed to mention in master's in ML. I think I've, yeah, here I've mentioned it. Okay, anything, what highest education you have achieved, you need to mention that over here, and in which field, using which technology, and everything. Of course, in education. If you have more, you can add more cards below it, or two separate cards in two columns side by side. Okay, how to get in touch with us? So this is very much important. So let's connect your email first. This is not my number. This is any random number. Don't go ahead and call. Location where I am right now. And of course, if someone wants to mail you, so this is a form you can add email, subjects, and of course, if they want to tell you something or ask you something about your projects or anything. Of course, available for full-time opportunities, technical consultancy, open source collaboration. This is all, it's depend up to you, because uh, this is your portfolio, your resume. What you are, you need to have those things. I've just put all those what I am, for you to get a rough idea. And of course, at the footer, your name should be there. I code with NM is there, and again the links, three links of email, LinkedIn, GitHub, and if you see small things to just beautify the website. And the thing is that if you create so big website, if you have a scroll down thing in the website, I love to add a back to top button at the bottom. So if you click it, it automatically takes you at the top. Of course, scrolling, if I again want to visit the projects and skills, then again I need to scroll down. But what I have done is, if you click on the projects, it will automatically navigate you to the projects, or if you click on the experience, it will automatically take you to the experience. Same for the contacts, same for the about us, and same for the home. So this is a complete portfolio React website. If you have any doubt, or if you want me to again go through the complete UI, complete website, just ping me in the chat, or else we can jump to the source code. And before jumping to the source code, I like to explain what are the libraries, because this is not only the React. With the help of React, we can't achieve this much. Of course, it's the mainly it's the React only, but with React there are multiple things. After utilizing them all the libraries, we have achieved this. And yeah, I just turn to the light mode and will show you the complete website also. And if you notice, the navigation bar is a sticky one. If you scroll, you have the navigation bar with you. Because if I am on the skills and I want to go to the project, but I don't know the project is below or above, so I need to click on the project itself, because that is handy with the navigation bar. So I click on the project and it will be navigating me to the project. As simple as that. It's complete logic to build a website. Simply how you are mapping and wiring everything for the ease of the user. That is known as the UX, the user experience. So before jumping into the UI, you need to first take a step back and think about the UX, the experience of the user. Act as a user, you yourself, and then start to take a notebook or take your pen, pencil, whatever diary, and just start drawing the things, imagining things. Okay, this is a pain. Okay, how I can just remove the obstacles. Not pain, but remove the obstacles and create something new that will be much more ease to use my website or portfolio. So this is a tip of the day. Have a sticky navbar in any of the website, not just the portfolio one. So for the end users or your users, it will be much more easier to navigate throughout your website. As simple as that. So this is how it looks in a light mode. I just hover each and every button. Just come down and see how I highlighted the things I wanted. This is how you highlight in resume also. You just make it as bold. If you love the UI, you can just comment it down. It is very beautiful and you loved it. A token of appreciation I would like to have from you all. Okay, see this all this view details. If I click on this, it's coming to professional experience, education, get in touch, the buttons, everything. Each and every small detail we need to take care all time of creating a front end. Here, of course, again the links, and the below one also the projects, experience, contact. And I've also have a little bit animation over this heart. I'm not sure it is visible or not. Let me just zoom in. Is this heart is visible? I have a little bit of animation, the fade away animation over this, and then back to top button. Let me switch to the dark mode. Now if you see the heart is, fade away animation makes it glowing, like it is beating up. The heart is beating up. So that's what the simple things adds value to the UI itself. Okay, so let's zoom out. Okay, now let's jump into the project, the code. And the code structure, it's complex, of course. This type of websites, if you are achieving it, is complex, but not that hard because I have bifurcated it in very simplest, as simplest as possible, and it's very logical and understandable. So let me open the source code. Just a second. Okay, before proceeding, there is one more thing. Okay. Yeah, this is my coffee account. If you are finding Code with NM or all my live tutorials or other offline videos helpful and enjoyable, the content is helping you in your real life or the college projects, or helping you to level up your skills to find the job, you can support me with a tip on coffee. Every coffee help me to create more tutorials and create more live videos, and also the awesome UI and much more. So do visit the coffee account. The link is in the description, and also I will be pasting the link in the chat. Okay. Okay, let's jump to now project, and before that let's go to the structure also. Let me zoom in a bit. And cross verify, is it visible on the screen? Yes, it is visible on the screen. And if you are aware with React and other stuffs over here, then you know what are the things I've used in this project, or else I'm going to explain it. So what this project uses, first thing, what tech stack or what library I've been using to do this project, then I will walk through you the code and other things. Direct jumping into the code doesn't make any sense. First we need to understand the structure of the project, which is very much necessary. So based on the file name and structures you are seeing here, first thing first, node, of course the node is required, without that React won't work. So we have React, first thing. The second is Vite, Vite. Now what's that? Just a second. So if you aware of this, it's good. If not, uh, it's just French word. The word wheat is a French word. In English, it's known as quick. So this tool is used to create a very complex or intermediate project in React to create in a faster pace. So aim is to provide a faster dev environment, means developer environment. In short, your local environment. So we use Vite, because if you are having a big code or massive code based changes in normal React, your system might get slow. It won't reload faster, or any changes you are doing into any of the component, it will take some few seconds. But with the help of Vite, it is very much quicker. Then the CSS library. Of course, I think you all are aware of Tailwind. This is a CSS library. Tailwind. If not, then you can go through the doc of Tailwind. Simply like Bootstrap is a we use Bootstrap for the CSS here in this project. I can use Bootstrap, but I gave a change of my mind and thought like introducing you all to Tailwind. If you are aware that, it's good. If not, you should explore Tailwind. It's awesome for creating a very beautiful and awesome and next level UI in React. And of course, with Tailwind, I have also used Post CSS. That is a configuration. We will talk about that later. And here in my project file, if you see, there is a component folder. Of course, it's there in every React project I have done. But inside that, you can see a UI folder. Inside this UI, you can see ample of components. And this is not only just component, this is reusable component. Like if you know tooltip, if you know tabs, tables, selector, scroll bar, of course scroll bar, pop-up menu, input, drop down, that's all, cards, calendars, accordion, if you know accordion and alert and everything. This all components are there inside the UI. Who write down this code? Who created this component folder? Do I know? There is a library known as Shadcn. SHAD, Shadcn. You need to install this library in your React project, of course, in this project, or else if you want to utilize in other projects, you can use it. First, just you need to go to the Google and do some research over it. Shadcn. Yeah, you just need to go through a basic doc of this, and then you can also create wonders in UI. So this is required, and then let's go to here. So what is Shadcn? It's UI style component layer. You have components. Of course, we have components under that UI and the project name. It always we use Vite and Shadcn. It's not the mandatory, but I use when I use the Vite, I use Tailwinds, and when I use Tailwind, I use Shadcn because this decreases my hard work. Because if I go and create accordion or drop down or paginations or scroll and everything, it will take much more time. Of course, there are libraries out there. We can directly utilize those library into our code, and we can just change the shape, size, and color as per our requirement. So this is the benefit of using this library because we can manipulate it as per as our requirement. So there are ample of things you can go through the UI components which they offers us. And of course, this is headless UI. And now what is headless UI? I can brief you about this in some other video. That is another concept, but it's very interesting what is headless UI. So you can go through it. So these are the basic requirement. That's it. We all need just Node, of course, React, Tailwind, and Shadcn. And this we need to install it. Same npm install Tailwind, and of course Vite is the first thing. Uh, Once you install it, you can see the vite.config.ts. In normal React project, there is some other config file. Uh, if you have paid attention while you're creating the projects. So these are the basic requirement. If any doubt in this requirement list, I will wait for 1 minute at least. You can comment out. I will repeat why we are using this things. So let me quickly have those over here. Let me reserve yes. Okay, this is we are using this using this using. So on the screen there is a requirement list. I will be displaying it in 2 seconds. Just okay. This is a list with explanation. Uh, so if you have any doubt in this list, you can just straight away ask me right now, and let's clear that out and then proceed. So I will wait for 1 minute, and meantime I will check live chat. Meantime, you are going through this all, and just give me few seconds. I will be right back. Yeah, okay. I think you have gone through the requirement list, and let's proceed. Before that, I need to introduce to you all one cute friend of mine. His name is Giraffe, and Giraffe helped me a lot. If you are stuck while time of debugging or solving an error, have someone handy, something handy. At least you can't have someone always, so you can have a stuffed toy or stuffed animals nearby you and just talk with them. Explain them what the error you are facing, and you see the magic. Automatically, you can fix those error. So this trick I was using in time of my college days. So I talked to Giraffe a lot while creating this project, also the portfolio one. I faced a number of error coming. Facing an error is a very common things. You should come across the error. If not, then you are not creating, or you are not programming very well. If you don't come across the error, you should come across the error, then you should solving it, and that is what actual programming means. Okay, so let's jump into now components. First thing, let's go to the output. Okay, the first thing is the nav bar you see over here, the name and the home, about, skill, projects, experience. Of course, this button is for the light and dark theme. So this is coming from the component. If you see navigation, this is the component responsible for that. Then, okay, before that, let's jump into the app.tsx. So this is our simple, very simple app.tsx file. So it's very minimal because I've divided everything into a separate component, and that makes my code very neat, very clean, and simple to understand also, of course. So leaving all this, I was explaining first we have navigation. Here I don't need to look now the output, because here the first thing is navigation, the second is hero. We will confirm with the output also. The third is about, and fourth is skills, project, experience, contact, and footer. Let's go with one by one. Let's confirm navigation. Of course, we already done it, but yeah, yeah. The first thing is navigation over here. Okay, let me close the other tab. Now let's confirm the second thing is hero. Let's quickly jump. The second thing is hero. Means the hero one he appears here only. In home only itself we have the hero. Hero banner. That's it. Hero banner. Here is hero banner is about us. In other e-commerce website, the hero banner is the product they want to upsell to you. For example, if in India the Diwali festival is coming soon, so now the e-commerce website will have the uh, sale upsales for the Diwali. So the product they want to remove it quickly, or the product they have the 50%, 80%, 60% whatsoever XYZ percent off, they will display in the hero banner. Simple. Simple. The hero banner means the thing we want to highlight on the website. And here this is a portfolio. The thing we want to highlight is us only. As simple as that. So this is the hero component. The second thing, the third thing was about. So this is the about, the second thing below it. See the about, and so on. The next thing is the skills, then projects. So let's quickly confirm that too. Skills, you see skills, the below it, the projects, of course. Oh, I noticed this now. That is the issue of the Unicode, not the issue of the React or us. This all comes from Unicode itself. It is working in, no, it is not working. Okay, and some CSS error. Okay. The next thing is the experience, contact, and footer. So let's quickly go to the next experience. There should be contact below it, get in touch, which is in short contact, and the last one is footer we have. Done. Everything, we don't need to come to UI again and again to check what is going and how our components is aligned, because the way you align in app.js, that's how your component will be rendering on the output itself. If you observe, the scroll bar is also in the same color what I have used for the website. And one more thing, this website is mobile friendly. Means UX is responsive, as simple as that. So let me just click on this. Let me just go back. See, it's responsive. How it changed, how this is coming. This is this is known as a hamburger bar, and inside hamburger bar you have the navigation bar. Of course, the everything will work as same as before. Of course, let's go back to the home, and if you see buttons, the name, the text, images, everything's get fit, because I have just done. I love to do responsive websites. I don't like the beans or monitor HRs, and then we have the interviews and they uh, test our skills and the knowledge over the coding. But creating a portfolio website serves both the purposes. First, I've coded this website, so I am very good in React, because this website I've done in React, and also the CSS libraries, Tailwind, and other things. The second thing is the portfolio itself. It's speaking about me only. So you are, with one thing, you are targeting two things. You are just showcasing your programming skills and also the UX knowledge, and displaying yourself on the UI. Now let's go with which is next. So this is tab screen, tabular screen. If you see, this is also been supported. That's how this is done. Everything is there inside the code, and we'll share the source code with you all. Okay, let's go back to the normal. Now, let me go through. The first thing is navigation. Why I'm not uh, just coding this complete project from scratch in live is this is a very huge project, and in live it will take hours and hours to first do this type of project in live in terms of coding, and after that explaining it to you all, because there are multiple mappings of each and every files. If you see here, there are hooks. That's a React hook. There is a different concept. Then we have utils, and inside hook, yes, I've used that mobile thing to make it responsive. How that is done, I have everything, detailed explanation. I've created one readme. Everything is ready for you all. I will just provide the source code to you all, and whenever you are free, just go through one component, or else you want to apply for the job, just take this project as serious as possible, and give at least 1 or 2 hour of your daytime, complete daytime. 1 and 2 hours is more than enough, and just pick and go through one component, understand that component. If you have any doubt, contact me on or DM me on Insta, or you can comment down in this video, or else if you are getting it the code and everything, it's good. Within 3 to 4 days you will understand the inside out of this project, or else in one day also. This is not a very complex project. I've just created separate component. You just need to, okay, I will do about in next 15 minutes, done. I understood the about. Next I will go to the contact, okay, done. Half an hour is done. I go, just go take a quick short nap, power nap, or go down, come and walk up, and then I again enroll into this, understood the hero navigation and other things. As simple as that. There is nothing very hard in this project. And of course, for the detailed explanation, I've done the readme, which I will be sharing with you all. So you just go to about, topic in the readme, go through it and then come to the code, and that will be a self-explanatory thing to you all. I hope that makes sense to you all. Let me open my chat. Okay, so let's wait for again 1 minute, and if any doubt you all have, you can just ping me. If you're beginner how to start React, you can also ping me that, and I will be suggesting you a few website where you can start React, and then you can come to this when you are a little bit not just beginner or intermediate level, or little bit aware of the React coding components, how React life cycles and hooks works. If not, if you want to learn in depth, you can contact me on Insta, or else you can mail me at the code with NM, and we can take from there further. Of course, how this light and dark mode is complete CSS. Let's wait for 1 minute. Okay, what you have used? It's simple, not the complex coding. I've used the prop and state, use effect. This type of React stuff I've used to create this project. There is no rocket science in this. The basic minimal React thing I've used, which I've already used in my previous life. But the difference, the only difference is the actual power of CSS, the power of React we are seeing over here. That previous live was completely on the back end, so the UI was the very basic and minimalistic. Here we are only concentrating over the front end in React. That's why you are seeing the output. You're thinking it's very much complex, but it's not. It's not at all complex. You can also create your own once you go through this. And the images, this all are the dummy images. See, if you click on view detail also, there is again the pop-up, and very few details when you have done that project. It was a solo project or a group project. It is a backend project or UI project or a full stack project. The project overview, key and features, and other things. Same if you try in the light mode, you will see this type of things. But I love the dark mode more, so I'm keeping it in a dark mode. Simply it will work for each and everyone. This is a pop-up. From where this pop-up is coming? Of course, Shadcn UI library, which we have installed. From there I am utilizing this. Of course, it's required the image, the text, of course the button and the linking and everything. That's the separate logic we need to have it within the components. That is there in my source code. That's how it is working. But do I wrote the complete card logic? Of course not. That is the power of library and the power of course the JS itself. Why I love JS over Java is because it has XYZ, you name it, you will have it. Those type of library, you name it, you have it. JS is so powerful and so vast. That's why I love to code in JS. Although I know Java very well, I know Python, I know C, I know C++, I know ample of programming language. I am master in each and every one. But my more focus is on JS. I love JS because of the library support and the security support also, and other things in real world. There are many other challenges, not about the recent library security. There are many other things in JS which is much more easier to do in real life or while time of creating the projects compared to Java and other programming languages. That's my point of perspective. You might we share the different point of perspective, but of course the ultimate goal is to achieve what we want to create it. Hi, hello, inspire today. Okay, so let's move on to the next part. So talking about the documentation, how I have done is that is self-entry means from a very first step, the project name up till what needs to be installed, how, what is the command, how they need to be installed, where they need to be installed. So simple and everything are there in my readme or the document I will share you. Yeah, I think you pinged and then I think you deleted or anything. Okay, you can just. I thought you wrote your mm, MERN stack. Okay, the viewers which are not aware of MERN and mean, MERN is with the React and mean is with the Angular. MERN means MERN means MongoDB, Express, React and Node. Mean is MongoDB, Express, Angular and Node. Simple. So there are in real world there are two types of full stack developers, MERN and mean. I know both, so I know that's why I don't say MERN and mean. I know both. Hi, why is ops important for MERN stack developer? Okay, so Shubhank, right? I'm pronouncing it right, Shubhank. So ops is not just only important for MERN stack developer, my friend. It's required in programming. Okay, yeah. Thank you for confirmation here. I'm pronouncing it right. It's required not just in MERN. If you're doing C, if you're doing C sharp, of course you're doing Java, you're doing Python, this oops concept is required. What is oops concept? What is the main purpose of oops concept? What do you think why we learning or learned oops? Basic, let's take an example is to keep it short and simple is for the inheritance. You see in React we use props and state. In short, what is that in other programming language? It's inheritance. We are just passing one property from one file, one component to the other component. This is what we are doing in React. It's known we are doing with the help of props. Of course, there are other oops concept we can use in React, but a simple, not a realistic example, but to get you clear why we have oops in each and every programming. And in Java or if you're doing Python or any other programming, there we use classes and objects. Do we create objects in JavaScript? Let's talk about JavaScript because this React, Angular, Vanilla JS, it's completely Node, everything is based on JavaScript. And JavaScript is a programming language. So of course, if there isn't any programming language, we need to learn OOPS. In short, if you are good at MERN and specifically in React, indirectly you're using OOPS concept without knowing it. You're utilizing the oops concept, you're creating it, but you are not aware that this is oops in terms of programming. Why? Because there are multiple layers in React and Angular that indirectly we are doing oops only. If you know interpolation in Angular or React, what is interpolation means in Angular and React? If you are aware of it, it's good. If not, in short, that is an oops concept, but have a multiple layers and simplified version of oops. In short, we are doing inheritance, other types of inheritance. And interpolation in Angular means you have one value holding in JS and that we need to display into HTML. I got rejected today in interview because of oops. That's why I was asking. Oh, no worries. No worries and best of luck for your future. Might they have given you the reason that you got rejected due to the oops concept? Make sure you just go through oops concept in React. Uh, but I don't think we intentionally use oops in React. Basically, what is React? If you know it, it's prop, states, hooks, and all other types of use effect and other effects. And of course, the DOM manipulation is the React architecture is much more important. If you don't know the React architecture, you don't know anything about React then. Maybe they're on a very specific version, their product were based on something which required the oops knowledge, but I don't think. If you are experienced or you are a fresher in the field, this I want to know so I can give you a correct or a right direction. Fresher, so you are just passed out or you are in a last year and looking for an internship? Because major I in my life I think when I was applying for my internship at that time only in three or two interviews they asked me about oops because that time uh, I was interviewed for Java and SQL, MySQL. So we called as SQL. So SQL and Java at that time. Initially, I stopped coding in Java. I don't like Java that much. Okay, so let me quickly provide you one thing. And meantime, you can this how you like the UI of this portfolio. And for you, I think it's useful if you have this portfolio in it showcase your man because this all details I have the task pro manager all the what we can say is text and everything we can have in the database. You can have in MongoDB, of course, and you can create a Node.js to an APIs to fetch this details, and of course download CV and let's connect this all you can create from the backend, and then you have this wonderful React UI and you can showcase your man talent. I'm finding one link for you which will clarify your concept. But don't get your morale down. One thing is, uh, I also have interviewed so many freshers also experience in my years of careers up till now, and I never asked oops in React, to be honest. I never asked this because this concept is mainly used for backend folks, not for the UI folks. So anyway, they want some reason to just they don't want to select you. As simple as that. Just don't get your moral down. Look for some other opportunities. There are ample of company out there. So simple. We don't use uh, directly oops because in React you create function app, for example function app that has a return, so that function app is your parent component, and then we create a child component. This all this that one component is wrapped inside other component. This is the same. This is the oops concept only. What else? There is nothing. But in JavaScript there is a oops concept. So I'm not sure what question they asked you, but it's okay. Anyways, best of luck for your future interviews, and thank you for watching. Okay. Okay, let's move on to code. Okay, navigation. We were talking about the. Okay, navigation. This is done. Don't go overwhelmed by the source code. Oh, this is too big. It's nothing, it's too big. It's just I've used simple JS also for some CSS thing, and some libraries of JS, which is very much easy to understand once you go through my README. And the choice of mine to have the variable name is it's bit a bigger side. Like I don't give where num1, where num2. I don't like this type of stuffs. I always follow camel case in JS. So that's why my code becomes bigger and bigger. So you can, for navigation, you can say Navi. But my thing is, you're welcome, Shubhank. My thing is, always write a code in such way that any other developer looking at your project in office, if you're working or if you're doing a freelancing and you get developers on board to help you out, do in such way that the code is self-explanatory. The code is self-explanatory. Why I have comment, I always in my live I say I don't like to, or I don't love to have comments in my code, because the code should be self-explanatory. This is for your explanation that use effect inside this. Here is the logic for dark mode. Why I'm using the local storage, it is all there in my readme file. Simple. So let me also grab the link. Okay, if you hit on the download, let me just show. It will download. See, it will download the PDF format resume. How this is doing. Of course, we have the logic in our React only. There is no backend in this project. Everything I have handled it from the React and React's library. Of course, React is based on JS, so it is all JS libraries. And let's connect. If you hit on the let's connect, it will navigate you to, of course, get in touch. As simple as that. So, so that's it for today's life. Today I just want to explain what is the importance of portfolio in today's date, because sending the resume was my time. In my time, we used to have one simple black and white without profile photo, only the name, the number, and what we know and which company we worked for, work experience, and are interested like hobby and everything. Today in resume we don't write hobbies and this all stuff. At that time a resume was very much important. Today, in 2025 and coming 2026, from now onwards, it is old fashioned. We need to speak up for ourselves, and the resume, that piece of paper, is not doing that much, because words are falling short to describe yourself. So we need to have a visual thing, because this is a world of reels, videos and everything. The visual thing, the now the world is of all about visual. So the portfolio of yourself is very much required. If you have a doubt that, sir, if this is in local, how we will gonna share this to uh, HRs or any other organization, how I will share. So there is a way that you can, and that way is of course 100% free. So if you want that free stuff, just comment on this video, and of course how to deploy this project and get an HTTPS shareable link, because your local host is not secure, it is HTTP. So we will have a shareable link, and then of course your website is live, your portfolio is live, you can share it with whomever you want. As simple as that. Just quickly, let me switch on to any question. You will write all code by hand, or will you use any UI library like, or text UI? Of course, 75% of code is handwritten. I love to code, that's why. But of course, I've used the Redux and Shadcn CN for the libraries. For example, if you want to have the pagination in this, why we go and have the pagination code? We can use the library Shadcn or Redux. I've used both in this project. Second, if you want to have accordion, use this library. But few things let- like this all stuff, like card is there in Shadcn. So I will utilizing this card, but we need to apply some CSS, some logic according to ourselves, that how I want to shape this, how this will be ultimately looking. Okay, is in the download CSV button really hard to read? That is my the color that is a color choice. Of course, you can change the color. I like this shade of color, so I have kept it. If you go with some other color, of course you will be able to read it. It's just the CSS, simple CSS. So you can change it, you can have it your way. It's just the code you need to follow. You can update the color combination or the color set in the CSS. It is inside app.css. You can change it whatever you want. See, there are, and of course I've used the Tailwind, so you can change it. I've created the variables in CSS if you're aware with the Tailwind. So for the dark mode and everything, I'm just walking you through the code. So this all we need to modify according to our need and purposes. That's it. I hope that answers your question. Can you tell me, as a fresher, what should we do, write by hand or use pre-built component? Of course, two things in this. So let me answer first thing, when to use a pre-built component and when to write with hand. As a fresher, I suggest for at least 2 years you go and write the code with your hand or code it with your hand. Don't use pre-built library. Why? First thing first, when as a fresher, are we completely aware of the structure, that boilerplate we say as a boilerplate, the starting code which we of course have while the time of pre-built component. For example, if you create a React project, npx react, that the command which creates a React project, if you do that, create hyphen react hyphen app and your project name, that will give you the React project itself, and in app.js or app.tsx you have a boilerplate. So do you understand that boilerplate? Let me open click one of the file. Let's we are talking about app.tsx. So okay, why this import is required, how this import works. First, why we have const app over here, why don't we have function? Because in my previous live I have function over here, now why I have app over here? This all stuffs we really need to understand first, and how we will understand this all while time of coding. Because when you code by your hand, you will do some silly mistakes, like you forget equals to, you will forget arrow function. So I will explain you why the function in if there is a function word here, this is not an arrow function, then we don't have this all. But this is an arrow function, so that's why I have a const over here. This is a very simple, like, but there is a very deep meaning to it. I'm not going through that explanation right now. And why we do this export default tab, because this all you won't be memorizing it or by hearting it. Once you start coding everything by hand, by default your mind just, okay, first we need to uh, add import if it is required, or else directly I will type const app arrow function parenthesis, inside that the return, and of course after return we should have, or we should export that. For example, in about, every component needs to be exported, each and every component. So this comes by the hand. If you use the pre-built library like Tailwind and Shadcn, you won't be able to go through the CSS, how CSS work, how Bootstrap works, why this class name n is capital in React, how class name or how ID works in CSS. This all we need to go through from beginner level, step by step. Once you master this all basic things, means once you know ABCD, then you can write words and sentences. That's all the programming is all about. I hope that answer your question. Now, when to use pre-built? Once you are comfortable, if you are going through the React, I'm talking about React, but this applies for all the programming languages. Once you are aware of the basic structure of that, HTML also have a structure, JS also has structure, Java has also a structure. Once you are aware of the structures very well, then you can go and directly use pre-built components, because I can also create that component accordion pagination and everything, but that will consume my time. So to save that time, now I can use the pre-built component. Why? If there any error in that pre-built component, I know where to go, which file to look, and how to fix that error. Why? Because I know how to create that component. I know inside out that component. So utilizing the third party libraries over here now will be helpful. If initially you use the library over there and if you face any error, then that will be a headache because you don't know how to solve it, which file you need to look for that error, because React or JS directly won't show that particular error. It will some give random app.js crash on this line. You will go on app.js file, try to search error, but the error is in the contact.tsx. That makes sense to you? So when to use pre-built component and when you need to code by your hand, of course. Okay, next question. Maybe we can bold the text. Download CSV. White color looks good on sand color. Thank you for suggestion. Yeah, of course. Like I said, the color of the UI is completely on you. I know it's bit neonish. It's shining. That's why this download CSV is not that visible. Next time in next project, I will take care of this color. Of course, the color is much more important because if you are visually challenged, this also comes under the compliance of the front end developing. If you are not all aware of the compliance, you should know about the compliance and everything. That the text should be readable, the color you are using should be appropriate, and the text with the image, it should all be visible. There is a huge list of compliance w CGA, and there is a WCGA compliance. You can go through it. Okay. Any other doubts? And I hope I answers everyone's question. If not still clear, you can ask me again. In white color, is it visible? And let chat answer this. It's visible. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for confirming this. Okay. So let's wait for one more minute. If any other doubts, I am I'm love what I have created. Of course, I'm a such type of programmer or developer. I love my work, and of course, you all should be like this. If you won't love your work, then how you expect other to love your work? As simple as that. So you should love your work always, and to love your work, you need to create that level of work what you have done. So I am to love. So let me refresh this and see the skills and expertise once. Let's see it together. See the how this bar is coming from left to right is what it's next level. That's how I'll just fall in love with my doing only again and again. I just keep on refreshing this once I created that. It's very pleasing to eye. Let's also just view in the dark mode. See, it's how wonderful it is. This is the correct way to showcase your talent. Of course, it's a hard work. It's not just a talent. It's years of hard work knowing each and every library, the code, and the React. And you also, of course, will definitely will reach this level. And I pray that you go beyond the level what I have right now. And for that, I am here only. You can ask any question to me, DM me, if you want to unlock your React skills. This live demo and this view, this links all work, but I have a broken link right now behind them. You can have your actual GitHub repo and live demos. And that someone just pinged me yesterday night, DM me on Instagram. They want to learn Python from scratch. So I'm planning to go live and from scratch, from beginner level, I will be teaching Python online from beginner to intermediate. From Python, what is from that, what is variable, what type of variable there in Python, up till I think GUI, we will create a graphical user interface in Python. From up till that level, we will be going in live, and in that I will actually coding with you all. So there is a complete roadmap for it. I've already created that roadmap. Uh, for example, like we have for loop in Python. So how much time it will take? It will take 10 minutes. So that roadmap, that structure is already done. We will be live soon for that. Why that is required? For example, you already aware of the variable, the if condition, the ternary operators, the while loop, the for loop. You want to learn some other topic, so you can go through that list. Starting, for example, if we start at 7 p.m., at 7 p.m. I'm teaching the variables. So 10 minutes topic. After 7:10, exact 7:10 or 7:15, because I need to go through the doubts and everything. At 7:15, we will start the for loop, and you want to learn the for loop. So you just join my live at 7:15. For that, it will be much more easier for you all to learn the specific topic. If you want to learn from start, from beginning, from scratch, you can join at 7, or else you can join at the appropriate time. So I will be soon enough going live. Before that live, I will be posting in my community all the timestamps and all the topics in the community so that you can join my live for learning Python from scratch. And if you all want, I can do same for React. You can comment on this video, and of course, I will be then planning for the React. Okay, so I think all queries and all chats have respond. So that's it for today's live, and the source code for this and the readme and each and every instructions, command and everything for this project is there on my coffee. You just visit the coffee at the red code with nm. The link I will be providing the link in this video chat, comment, and of course in description. You can go there and you can have the source code from there. It has everything. So there is a zip. Inside that zip you will have the source code, all the dependencies, how to install it, how to use it, what is the run command to run this, because in Vite npm start won't work. You need to we have a separate command for that. So everything is there in the readme with a proper detail level of explanation. So you can visit my coffee account over there and you can have this. Right now it's not available. Uh, by for tomorrow I will be uploading those, because the files and everything are huge, so I'm compressing it, and after compressing I will be uploading in the uh, coffee. So this project will be available tomorrow evening before 7 p.m. On coffee shop tomorrow. Okay, so no further doubts. That's great. So that's it. Keep coding, keep building, keep pushing limits. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. More projects coming soon. This is NM signing off. Till then, bye.